Here we are, fall of 2023, and does the Roscoe 7 still reign as champion for a $1,900 hardtail? We're gonna find out. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another great episode of Bike Showcase on Toolbox Topic. And once again, we're here at the Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix, because it's where the cool kids hang out, huh? And me. And once again, I am joined by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven.
Good
Brandon,
morning.
how the hell are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
It was all right.
It was all right.
Just so-so.
Bourbon and Netflix?
Not as much as I would like.
Brandon had to work this past weekend a little bit more than he wanted to, but these things happen, you know?
It's all right.
Yeah, as the proprietor of a shop, this is bound to happen though, sometimes. So once I finish my career at Photo Forum, I'm gonna come work for Brandon, and then he's really gonna be like, oh
man.
Jesus, yeah. All right, guys, seriously, I know, you gotta talk too much. We're coming into the fourth quarter of 2023, all right? And when we initially did the Roscoe 8 review, we also talked about the Roscoe 9, we talked about some of its competitors, and then we did a head-to-head. Here we are, you know, late in 2023, for $1,900, Brandon. Is this still on the top for hardtails, for $1,900 sub $2,000 hardtails? Or, you know, should we also be looking, I shouldn't say like we, but you as the viewers also maybe be looking at like a Salsa Timberjack, or maybe one of the Specialized or Cannondale offerings? There's some other really good hardtails
All
out
good
there.
bikes. I guess how I want to approach this one is, is that this bike is still what I would consider a beginner bike. Like all those other bikes you mentioned are great bikes
Right.
for the job that they do. Now we also have Excalibur, we have Super Caliber. So those are also hardtails, but with different jobs.
Right.
So what I want to focus on for this guy is that person who is new to cycling.
Okay.
We talked about the Marlins last week.
Yes.
So we talked about that being a great entry-level bike for someone who's not quite sure yet if
Right.
they are going to like the sport and don't want to spend a lot of money. Well, this is for that person who wants to do that but has a little more money to play with.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have a larger budget, if we can get you into something like the Roscoe 7, it's not the Roscoe 6, it's not the Roscoe 9. This is what I consider the sweet spot for someone who just has a larger budget and wants to get into the sport and see what it's about.
So this is for the Roscoe line, this would be the budget, or not the budget one, but the sweet spot that, hey, if you're gonna do it, this is the one you go with.
I think
That way
so.
you're not overshooting and spending the, $2,800 for the Roscoe 9 that has an XT
Right.
group, but we're also gaining a lot more over the Roscoe 6 that's priced a few $100s less.
And I will say the Roscoe 6 is coming out with a new style, or not a new style, but a new model this year. It's
Okay.
going to be a Roscoe 6, but it should have some big changes for this next generation.
Oh, wow,
So we're waiting
okay.
for that to come out. Previously, that Roscoe 6, I believe, with a 27.5-inch wheel,
Yep.
and it had a spring, a coil fork in there. So I'm anxious to see how they're going to change it for the next gen.
Okay, and
So
as
that
soon
is
as we get
gone.
one in the shop, yeah.
Roscoe 6s are gone, so we
Okay.
start here.
Roscoe 7.
But the reason I always went to the Roscoe 7, because now we have an air fork. So we drop off the Marlin 8 at an air fork, and then we start the Roscoe 7 with an air fork.
Okay.
Skipping the XCal line altogether.
Right.
Because
Which we're going to
typically-
be talking
yeah,
about here, don't worry.
because that's kind of a race bike.
Yes.
And so the person that wants this, again, is a person who's new to it, but I want them to have a great experience, and they have the budget to swing it.
Right, right, absolutely. Because for someone who's just getting into the sport too, we're talking about a helmet, we're talking about possibly like a hydration pack, shoes, you know, some other gear that you need out of the gate. And so it's not just the price of the bike, but it's also a couple $100 at least on appropriate gear and equipment. Yeah, to be out on the trail. So, well, let's talk about pros and cons of this, and we always talk about the good stuff. I'm not even going to ask Brandon about the weight because I know he's going to be wrong.
31 pounds.
Wow, look at that. Are you sure about that?
I'm coming prepared these days.
31
31
pounds.
pounds for the
Okay.
medium.
I'm still going to put a banner. Where some people might say, oh man, 31 pounds. That's
a heavy bike.
That's a heavy bike. And again, we understand, guys, there's no need to be rude down in the comments, and get a different bike if it's too heavy for you. If you're not man or woman enough to pedal it, get a different bike.
But I will say at 31 pounds, all the Roscoes are kind of heavy.
They're a
definitely-
little chunky.
They definitely pedal more lively than you would expect for a 30-pound bike. It's fun in that respect.
And he's absolutely correct. When I got on the Roscoe 9, that thing was zippy, you know?
Yeah, it's not bad.
And I'm not gonna lie though, I'm in love with my Timberjack still.
Yeah.
You know, I got that Salsa Timberjack
And that's
from you.
no lightweight.
That's no lightweight either, but it's responsive. Yeah. For as much as she weighs, she's responsive as well.
I tell everybody there's a pro and con to everything, like we always say. So the part of the capability of this bike is the big wheels, the big tires, and that's all going to add up.
Great frame geometry too.
Yeah, and the geometry is very capable as well. It balances you out long enough where you have good turning authority, good weight over the back of the bike. So they do a lot of great things on this one.
Did you say turning authority?
Turning authority, yes.
Authority. Sometimes he just likes to make up words, and I have video proof. That is an actual word, but I'm just saying. Okay, so now let's start from the front to back like we usually do. We're rocking a Dior Grupo on here. So we've got Dior shifter.
It's a 12-speed, so that's going to be a huge thing.
Yep, we get the Dior rear derailleur, and we have a, what is this, 11 to
1051.
1051
cassette.
Okay, on the rear. Yep. Single speed, or the one by up front, obviously. We've got hydraulic brakes.
Yep.
Now
they're
these
decent. They're Shimano's.
Are they 2 or 4 piston on those?
These are 2 piston.
2 piston.
Yep.
Okay, just got to ask. Bontrager seat post or
and
dropper post.
It's a dropper post on this.
It's a dropper
so that's
on this.
something you will not get on last gen's Marlins. The new Gen 8, the new Gen 3 Marlin will have a dropper post.
Right.
Marlin 8, but this one, all the Marlins come standard with a. Excuse me. All the Roscoes come standard with a dropper post.
And as we get those new bikes in, my friends, we're going to be doing the bike showcases, so don't you worry. We had a watcher, a viewer, ask, hey, the new Gen Super Caliber 2024, which was just announced, and it looks amazing. We just don't have one to do a review yet.
Sorry.
Yep, but we did have the Madone before anybody, so eat your heart out. I'm joking. All right, so as we come back, we've got the Bontrager dropper post. We've got the 4-piston or 2-piston brake set in the rear. We have a Dior rear derailleur, which is standard. Now, I have to ask, you know, do the plastic pedals come with it, or is this just something?
Yeah, this one comes with those pedals, which
we would swap out
about in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but at least if you don't have that extra 70, 80 bucks for a decent set of flats, they're there. So you can start pedaling right away.
Start going. Yeah.
But believe me, guys, the first time you whack these on a rock, they're going to shatter. So.
And they are not grippy at all.
No,
they are not. They don't hold you to the bike as well as a better pedal should.
If I was choosing between a cool pair of socks and a chamois and a pair of pedals, I would actually do the pair of pedals. So, me personally. And then yes, we have the air rock shock adjustable in case I skipped over that.
On there.
So we got good travel, 140 millimeters. That's
not bad,
same travel we have on the Fuel EX. Yeah. So, which is really nice. And if I'm not mistaken, this is hydroformed aluminum.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I'm getting better
It's
recognizing
a nice looking
that.
frame. It looks good.
It is.
And I love the paint scheme on this one. Reminds me of Crockett and Tubbs a little bit. It's got a little bit of that Miami Vice.
Okay, so I'm partial to the Roscoe 9 with that friggin' desert khaki color on there. You know, just. But Brandon, he's a peacock. Remember, he's got white handlebar grip tape and a white seat on his road bike. So, so we've talked about the pros. This is a good bike. You know, if you have the budget from either the Marlin 5 or the Marlin 8 to come up to this, what are some of the cons? You know, we're talking $1,900, which is not inexpensive. We're not saying that it is, and we're still kind of considering this in that entry-level category. I would say partly because of the group and where we're at on that. But what are some of the cons?
I think for a new rider, there are no cons to this bike. If this is your first bike,
right, we're good.
It's kick-ass. What I think some of the part spec this would push me to more of the Roscoe 8.
Mm-hmm.
So
why not the Roscoe 9? Okay, before we get to, you're saying push to the Roscoe 8. Why not just go with the Roscoe 9 with a full XT group?
Yeah, why not?
Better rim set and everything.
Everything. Yeah, well, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Again, it's all about the money.
The money on that one.
Yeah.
So I would say on this bike, the parts that want me to go to the Roscoe 8, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Would be the wheel set on this. It's an E13 wheel set. E13 isn't really known for their wheel sets. They are tubeless already out of the box.
Which is nice.
So that's nice. They're ready to go. They don't even come with tubes. But it's E13. Sorry, it's fine. which
Right.
is fine. If you go to the Roscoe 8, now you're going to get Bontrager's line 30s.
Okay.
So a wider rim, something that I'm have a bit more confidence in,
Okay.
shall we say.
Confidence is important.
So the wheels, also we got a fairly archaic fork on there. It's only a 32 millimeter stanchion on there. If you
Okay.
go to the Roscoe 8, you can get a 35 millimeter. It's going to be stiffer. It's going to be stronger.
Right.
So this is
But these are also reasons why the Roscoe 8 is $500
exists.
more.
That's why it exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Again, these are my nitpicky things. Again, if this is your first bike, you'll be
right.
so happy.
Right. And for the people out there who've made it to this far, one, we say thank you. Like, subscribe, bell notification icon. Absolutely. We want to let you know that we do appreciate other bikes. I've mentioned that I own the Salsa Timberjack. My buddy Eric in Aurora, Colorado owns Adventure Cycling, and he's a Specialized dealer. And I like the Specialized bikes as well. And we've commented on some of the other brands. Cannondale, Giant actually has good bikes. Brandon's a Trek dealer, so we're stuck with what he can get for the bike reviews. If these other companies wanted to send us bikes, of course, we'd love to review them and give our honest opinion. So don't think that we're being fanboys on this. We just don't have access to those other bikes. You know, it would be nice. We're not Bicycle Network where they can just get any bike they want to. Well, that would be kind of cool, though, you know? Friggin' making that kind of friggin' fat internet cash. All right, I digress, seriously. So that's why. And if there ever comes a day where we have an opportunity to do some bike showcases on those other bikes, then we definitely will. But for now, we kind of have to stick. But don't think that other bikes in this category of the Roscoe 7 are poorly made bikes. No, they all have their pros and cons, just like anything else. So, anything else you want to add about this bike, Brandon? It's a nice bike, and I think even here as we close out 2023, this bike still has a lot of relevance for the entry-level rider, or maybe that person who did start out with a Marlin 3 or a Marlin 5, and now they're looking to upgrade and they want to stay with a hardtail. This is a great choice. Again, we're not breaking the bank. They get a lot of great upgrades, and it's a bike now too that this one you're not afraid to upgrade, because if I remember correctly, this has the tapered head tube.
Yep.
So
And through axles, front and back.
front and back.
So you have more options for upgrading in the
Yes,
future.
absolutely. You can go pony up for the SRAM Eagle transmission, wireless shifting on this.
And it wouldn't be it wouldn't be absurd.
No, it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be super
Get a
absurd.
new rim set and everything like that, you know, and go for broke. I mean, this is going to be one of those Renaissance bikes where no matter what, if you're that type of rider that just, you know, wants to keep going with their favorite bike, I got a couple like that myself. You know, just keep upgrading it, and it's always going to be relevant to you. So
I guess
at that point,
bottom
it's a
line,
good
yeah,
investment.
bottom line, this is a fun bike.
It is.
If you want to race, then I'm going to throw you on the X-Cal or Super Cal.
Yep.
If you just want to have fun with a nice, capable bike that will get you through the sand, through the
Yep.
rocks with these big tires, 2.6
Right.
inch tires, can't beat it.
No, you can't. And you could be like me, and you could take it out to the jump parks and catch, you know. And I'm like, woohoo! The Garmin says that was a great jump, dude. Seriously, side note, dude. And I'm talking. I don't even have to get up off the ground, and my Garmin says
You got the
that
jump
was a great
feature?
jump. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm like, really? But hey, it's like Napoleon Dynamite, dude. I caught 3
feet of air that time.
So, all right, enough, guys. You've had enough. I could tell. What did we say? Like, subscribe, bell notification icon. I know I'm all screwed up. It's the trifecta we enjoy so much here. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. Links down below. The most important one is Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix. If you have any questions about the Roscoe, anything else that we've mentioned today, or just general questions about mountain bikes or road bikes, give these guys a call. It's a great team. Brandon's putting himself together just like a crack outfit. It's like the A team, but it would be the T team because it's Trek, maybe?
Crack is the right, is the right word.
Good stuff. Give them a call, guys. I'm sure they'll take care of you. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the devil's work of social media, but that's how we get the word out on Get Out Arizona. So follow us. Those links are down below. Show us a little love. Come out on a group hike, group ride. All the group activities we do. There's so much fun. We'd love to have you there. And last but not least, the links are affiliate links. If you make a qualifying purchase, you won't be charged additional monies, but we will receive a small commission, and trust me, it is a small commission. And yeah, it helps out with park passes, gas money, and coffee money, the other trifecta we love so much around here. So on that note, my friends, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others, be amazing stewards out on that trail, and we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Yes. We'll see you on that next adventure. Take care, everybody. Brandon, we'll see you next week.
Okay.